from the get-go, I just really want to say thank you for watching this video. It would be awesome if you watched it to the end. It'd be awesome if you like and subscribe if you actually like the video. Please leave a comment letting me know what you think, if there's anything I left out. Yes, please enjoy the show. Hello everyone, it's Jester, an unofficial white bitch here to bitch about my period. Not just mine, everyone's. Giving a shout out to anyone who is either suffering, has suffered, or hasn't yet suffered. There's some things that I may talk about in this video that are triggering, that are gross, that are weird, and you might not want to hear them, and you can click off that video right now. There will be a playlist if someone has to say it in the description, though. I am hopefully going to be able to get this point across in less than 10 minutes. We'll see. Okay, here's some things that are going to happen when you're on your period, and my advice on how to deal with them. The stains. Oh god, the fucking stains. My suggestions are buy a bunch of ugly pink, red, orange, even really dark purple underwear that you don't mind staining, you don't mind getting a little bit of ruinedness on, that you can clean in the toilet, and if it stains a little bit and it's, we're not cleaning the toilet. Oh my god, I meant cleaning the sink. Why did I say toilet? I meant sink. Fuck. But anyway, that you can clean in the sink and wring out, and you... Basically, my advice is to get underwear that will be resilient to stains if you have to clean them a lot because of stains. That will not show blood or red stains. Even brown stains, depending on who you are and how your period goes, and because at the beginning and end of it, and this is mainly for people who don't have it yet, or, some people, I don't know if everyone has it, but I'm assuming it's something that some people have, at the beginning and end of it, the blood is different. It's not so bloody as it is. It's like getting to be, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's kind of like a scab, because it's not, but the blood gets darker and almost brownish at the end. So yeah, at the end and the beginning that can happen. It used to be at the beginning for me, but that doesn't happen anymore at the beginning, really. It was more so in my teens, and I think that's because my body was still getting used to it, but now my periods are kind of shorter now, so that's good. But anyways, keep track of your period. I don't care if you're just starting it, because, and this ties into the whole stains thing, because if you keep track of your period, then you'll know when and around what time to carry protection with you. And by protection, I mean pads or tampons or your menstrual cup or whatever you use. You'll also know when to carry, extra underwear with you, or a change of bottoms. Maybe if it's in summer, you can carry shorts. If it's in the winter, you can carry, some leggings in your bag or something. Also, my recommendation is wear loose-fitting clothing, if you can, when you have it. Because tight-fitting, and I'm not even talking about necessarily being bloated, I'm talking about, it's going to make it more uncomfortable for you to have to, even in the bathroom, when you have to pull your pants down and change or whatever you use or clean it, or if it's a menstrual cup, empty it out. I'm assuming it's going to make it harder for you to get your clothes off, or, to change whatever it is. Also, I don't know how menstrual cups work. I've never used one. I've looked them up for a little bit here, and it seems as though, because if you're wearing tight clothing, all your muscles are shoved together, so maybe it would affect how it fits you if you do wear one of those. I don't know. I really don't know. My other suggestion is, if you have cravings, try to eat moderate, small amounts. I know moderate maybe means a lot, I don't know. Try and eat the cravings a little bit. Because if you allow those cravings to, control your diet, it's going to be very hard for you every time you get your period. You're going to gain weight, probably. I'm not going to say everyone's going to have that problem. It depends on the cravings you have. It depends on how prone you are to allowing yourself into the indulgence of a craving. It depends on if you're craving broccoli and Brussels sprouts, or if you're craving chocolate and pudding, and ice cream. It just depends on the person. Your period will be unique to you, but you won't be alone, and here's what I mean by this. Like, your period is going to be like a lot of other people's periods. You're going to have the same symptoms, you're going to have the same amount of blood, you're going to have the same inconveniences, but it's going to be unique to you, and certain things you're going to tell someone, they're like, oh, I've never had that. It's not a need to worry. It's not a need to be like, oh my god, my period's weird, I need to go see a doctor. But if you are concerned, if you look online and there's no mention of it, or even if there is and you find out that it could be something, just make sure that you're healthy about it. I suggest using pads if you're not comfortable with using something that goes up inside of you. I've never used a tampon. It's partially because I don't think they would work on me, because I think that my flow is too heavy, but it also has to do with the fact of the toxic shock syndrome. I don't know if they've changed tampons so that they don't cause that anymore. I don't know, but it also depends on how your body feels and how your body treats things when you put a foreign object inside of you. Some people immediately, the bacteria in their body will have an issue with it, and it will start attaching itself to this foreign object. And instead of just being, this is another thing I'm afraid of. If you've ever had a UTI or a yeast infection, that does not make you dirty. It just means that that particular time in your life, your body was producing a lot of a certain thing for whatever reason, and your body ended up, trying. Actually, I think a yeast infection and a urinary tract infection are your body fighting off that bacteria, but I'm not positive. Either way, if you have those, or if you've had those, or you're prone to them, I would recommend changing whatever it is that you use often. I would recommend using a special soap, either all the time, like Summer's Eve or something that is pH balanced for down there, or around your period, or even just avoid using products that your body isn't used to. Like, if you have to use a different brand or something for some reason, and stop making your brand, be very careful of what brands that you choose. Try to find something that has the same fabric or the same makeup or something that's very similar, so your body doesn't react negatively. That's some of my advice. This is already almost 8 minutes. It's 7 minutes and 24 seconds, and I am still rambling on about nothing. I'm just trying to give advice that I think would help. Pain, I don't have severe cramps, but my advice is try to find a painkiller that works for you, and try and keep a couple of them in your bag, in your purse, in your sweatshirt, in your locker if you're at school, or if you go to one of those weird schools where they're like, hey, you have to give these to the nurse. Make sure your nurse has some. Make sure you give some to your teachers or something, or someone that's an adult that they can give them to you if you walk into their class and you're like, I'm not feeling well. I need to go. I need to leave. I need a Tylenol. Whatever works for you. There you go. The emotional shit. Me, I can't really do anything about it. I get emotional or I don't. And my advice is try and hold it in if you're embarrassed by it, because there's nothing wrong with being embarrassed by it, because it is weird. It is weird to randomly fucking start crying at nothing. Like, put it this way. I attempted to bring my cat here from my parents' house to stay here because I live here now. And I was getting annoyed because for 4 days she was meowing, she wouldn't stop. I mean, she ate, she drank, she wasn't throwing too much of a fit, but all the other cats here are male, and she would hiss at them and she would growl at them, and I was like, no, I'm not waiting until it gets worse. I'm not waiting until she tries to escape and gets hit on the road. I'm not, so I just took her home. It's literally a 5-minute ride. And she's meowing, blah, 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 like she doesn't understand what cars are, because she was only in a car once when she was a kitten, and another time when she went to get fixed, which I think she was sedated when she came back from that. So she only remembers when she was taken and when she had the operation done. So she probably thinks that anywhere someone's going to take her, she's going to end up all loopy or whatever when she comes back, or something's going to happen to her. But I am getting off track. It is going to be over 10 minutes. I apologize for that right now. But it's a 5-minute ride. I'm fine the whole way home. And then I get into my parents' driveway. I put her into my lap and I'm like, you're home now. You can be happy. And I start bawling like a fucking baby. Like I'm never going to see her again. Like she's going to be put down when we go into the house. Like, which she's an outside cat. So I just put her on the ground outside, you know. And then I went out and saw her before I left. Because I was doing my laundry there anyway. And it's like, I was like, why the fuck am I crying? Like, oh my god, holy shit, this is ridiculous. And I've had times like that where there's no way it was from my period and it literally freaked me out. I'm like, why am I fucking crying? Like, I wasn't even sad 2 seconds ago and now I'm fucking crying? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, when it's definitely from my period, it's different. It's like much more overwhelming. It's like I can't stop it and it won't go away as easily. Like, if it's like my depression or anxiety kicking in, I can usually be like, okay, you are going to stay in the back of my brain and wherever else you belong until I get home and I can, you're going to stay where I put you. But when it's from your period, it's your whole body fucking with you. It's your hormones, it's your emotions, it's everything. Which these can supposedly be made worse by your eating habits as well, so that's another reason to watch your cravings. Also, my advice, they say that certain things help cramps, and I don't get cramps. I ever really had them like one time. I can't give input on what helps and what doesn't. And also, I feel like there's different kinds of cramps and nobody addresses that. There's like a dull ache that can still be pretty severe, but it doesn't feel like a stabbing pain. It just feels like a actual like Charlie horse or something in your whole fucking uterus and your whole abdomen. And then there's the sharp pains that stop you right in your tracks, and even if they are small, they are still really severe in that second that they hit you. Even if they are short-lived, they still stop you, and you like you'd be laying down and you'd sit up in bed, and it would be like the only thing you had as far as pain goes. Like, I've had this happen. It's the only pain I've had during that particular, period or whatever. And I would sit up, I'd be slumped over and sit up, or I'd be laying down and sit up, or I would just be on the toilet and I would sit up. Because when I'm on the toilet, I lean against the back of the toilet sometimes. It's weird, maybe it's TMI, I don't know, but I would sit up and then I would just have a cramp, like weird, like a stabbing pain, really sharp cramp. And it wouldn't last long, it wouldn't stay. But for some reason, my muscles were like shocked that I was moving that part of my body, like, how dare you move that part of your body when you're having your period? It's supposed to stay stationary, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't know. As far as breakouts go, yes, I have those. Yes, I put makeup on because I noticed that this was broken out a little bit. You can probably still tell, obviously. I still am going to say sorry again for how long this video is because I did not know how long this video was going to be. But yes, it's going to be like, it's going to be at least probably 14 minutes. But yeah, the breakout thing, my advice is do not go overboard on anything. Do not change your skin regime at all. Unless you don't do anything, then maybe you should start cleaning your face more thoroughly. And this also comes with the tracking your period thing, because if you track it, you know when it's going to be, and you know when your hormones are going to kick in, and you know when you're going to have to wash your face maybe like 2 or 3 more times. But yeah, I'm going to end this video right now because that's the only advice I really have to give you. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'm sorry about the length of this video.